A lot of them do not believe what they're saying. A lot of them are doing it for the grift. Just as Bernie Sanders is also, I think, doing it for the grift. This is someone who...
Dude, she's accusing Bernie Sanders of doing the grift, dude. Dude, that's funny, right? Dude, oh, look out, Bernie. Lindy Li is questioning Bernie's integrity. Dude, I'm sorry. I have to just take that in, right? Dude, the fact that Lindy Li is going to call out Bernie's integrity. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I like Bernie's policies. There's a lot of things I love about Bernie. There's a lot of ways you've heard me be critical of Bernie, okay? You have. You've heard me. People have gotten mad at me when I get critical of Bernie. But there is one thing I will say. There is no motherfucker on the planet that can question Bernie's integrity, okay? No fucking way. Because that guy has been standing up and fighting and speaking up since he was like young, dude. Back when he went to college, he was standing up and speaking out against segregation at his college. He was one of those guys who was around during segregation but didn't just accept it. He spoke up about it from the beginning. That guy has always... Now, I'll give him some shit for maybe not being good at building coalitions, and maybe he's a little too aggressive sometimes so he doesn't get people on his side. But that motherfucker has been on the right side of like what he is speaking up about since he was a young man. He was not like the rest of our senators that were walking around in a segregated world and just not saying anything because that's the way it was. Okay, Bernie was out there actually doing the fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Bernie was doing the work. And to see this woman, this grifter, okay, this grifter who's like writing a book that she won't talk about, making up stories, making up this Joe Biden shit, pretending to be an insider, turncoating the minute the election was over. She's like selling shit out. For her to question Bernie's integrity is like, nah. Yeah, no, we're not letting that one fucking fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
He owns 3 different mansions, 3 different homes.
Right.
Is a multi-millionaire, yet he's out there every single day bashing rich people. Like, come on. Like, do you think we're...
Dude, he's not bashing rich people. Nobody's bashing rich people. He's bashing a system that only rewards rich people. You fucking stupid bitch.
Stupid?
That's what's interesting to me. And I hate that we just are bashing on the left. We're going to have to bash on the right at some point because, you know, no party is perfect.
Equal opportunity.
Dude, they're never going to bash on the right. Like, are you kidding me? Your entire fucking show, Jillian, is an astroturfed piece of shit created by PBD, who's one of the most disingenuous, smarmy, crooked, homophobic, weird fucking pieces of trash. Okay, and he's astroturfed your entire existence to try and sell your bullshit like Democratic slam. You're like TYT part due, right? Part fucking deuce.
Yeah, without question. However, it's the hypocrisy of the left that makes it hard to swallow.
I think their messaging is honestly hurting them because I don't think that someone like Bernie, for instance, just hates the rich to hate the rich. Mm-hmm. He wants to make sure that low-income people aren't paying a higher percentage of their income on taxes than billionaires are.
Dude, yeah, the hypocrisy of the left. Hold on. I do have one thing to say for all these ladies. You ready? It's just, consider this a summation. Anna, Lindy, Jillian, the other 2, Pipko and fucking Dangerfield, that the other 2 that never really speak and never get any airtime, but you're just there for whatever. I do have one thing to say. I would like to sum up your show with this. There we go. Oh, there we go. Let's go.
So that's the issue. Or middle class Americans. Working class Americans pay a lot in taxes, whereas the richest among us they have all these loopholes, all these deductions, all these things that they get to take advantage of.
Billionaires hate Trump right now, or not hate him, but some of them
because of the economic
policies,
right?
Because he is actually like impacting them more so. So that is almost completely diminishing this argument that Trump is only for the rich. And
dude, she is so dumb. she's like, billionaires hate Trump right now. Dude, half his cabinet is billionaires. What is she talking about? Billionaires are fucking...
He doesn't care about the little person.
He's definitely for the rich.
Yeah, but
Dude, the billionaires are going to survive the tariffs just fine. The small businesses are going to be the businesses that close. The billionaires are going to bring their factories back to America. They're going to get free tax breaks. They're going to get regulations disappeared. They're going to get fucking bonuses and shit for, maybe even federal funding to build factories here. They're going to staff them with robots. They're going to make shit fucking even cheaper than they were making in China, and they're going to jack up the price. Like, are you shitting me? Like, America doesn't even realize how we're about to get butt fucked by fucking capitalism in a way that we've never experienced.
But billionaires are the ones who'd be the most negatively impacted, at least financially right now. Wouldn't you agree?
I would say that maybe at this moment in time that is the case, but your coworker has definitely outlined a coming budget where there will be enormous tax cuts for the rich, and we would need an economist here to argue.
Dude, it's going to be $5 trillion more for those rich motherfuckers.
$4.5 trillion.
I mean, Trump's not innocent in this, guys. We can't, let's not.
There is some good news with this administration, though, in regard to, Trump's urges to further cut taxes on the rich.
See, I said that. What you guys are talking about right now, I fucking said that yesterday, right? Where literally Anna now, she gets to cosplay a left-winger because she is on the stage with the worst fucking people possible that are so outrageous that she gets to all of a sudden be the lefty, right? Oh my God, dude.
You gotta remember, these presidential candidates, they have these delusions of grandeur.
No way.
So their calculus is not the same as a normal person's. They really think they're God. Like Gavin Newsom was reaching out to me in 2022, 3 years ago, about running for president. And if you're reaching out...
Dude, Lindy, I don't believe anything this woman says, right? That's what's crazy is we know that this woman is just a straight fucking liar. Like now you notice any person that gets brought up, she's like, I know them. They've been begging me this. They're doing that. I got a story about them. And there's no witnesses, no nothing. She is just a fucking pathological. Yeah, she has no credibility. After that 𝗃𝗃𝗪 interview, right? The 𝗃𝗃𝗪 interview, zero cred. Okay, she's just no credibility whatsoever. None.
And I'm on the phone, or I'm on Zoom with you and then with Michael. And Michael, who had run for governor, was laying out all of the things Gavin Newsom should have done prior to the fires, knowing we were getting that kind of weather, knowing the issues that we have with the homeless, meth addicts starting fires, knowing the issues that...
Dude, she said the homeless meth addicts starting fires. Come on, man.
And all I could think to myself is, holy shit, someone better know how to do this job. Who gets this job?
You have to...
See, it's so dumb. Nobody could have predicted that there was going to be 100-mile-an-hour winds. You know what I'm saying? And come on. Dude, that shit was a once-in-a-generation tragedy. Did she shame people on The Biggest Loser? See, I never liked that fucking show name. You know what I'm saying? I never watched that show, but that show, when I found out it was a weight loss show... Dude, that show's terrible. What a horrible thing to put into the world, man. And then you even see the people who did that show, afterwards, they would gain the weight back because it's totally unnatural. Some people's body types are just meant to be heavier. And then people would get done with that show and the weight would come back and they would just fucking fall to pieces. It's goddamn, you know what I mean? And it's what a craven... horrible fucking thing to just put into the world, man. It's nothing about it was empathetic or real, you know?
You want to do it because you want to be a public servant, not because you want to further your career goals. And right now, all the incentives for elected office are in the wrong place. I think that the wrong people are being incentivized to run. Voters are left with no choice but to pick between really crappy candidates. And we need to find a way to make running for public office more appealing for people who are problem solvers, right? So when I look at my state, and look, it's dysfunctional right now, and it breaks my heart because I was born and raised in California. I love California. I want to fix it. I wish that there were people who wanted to fix it running for public office in California.
Well, why don't you run for office, Anna? If you live it and love it and it means so much to you, and like all these politicians like don't do it, why aren't you running for office, Anna? See, this is what I don't like. These people who cry about politicians. Oh, nobody's fixing it. I just want people who want to do the job. I care so much about my state, but you're not running. So no, you apparently don't care, right? Or it means so much to you, but you won't run. So why wouldn't you run?
Well, I also just want to say one last thing about Newsom. If you're not going to be a good person, can you please not be a pathological liar at the very least? Not only that, he has a gumption to rewrite history.
Dude, she likes using the word gumption. Dude, you got gumption all over your face, bitch! You!
Say that he knew all along that Biden's brain was melting. But not only did Gavin Newsom lie, he was the biggest liar. He was the one, and I was there. He was the one in the spin room lying to the entire world.
Wait. Lindy Li Biden debate. See, Lindy Li, now I'm not saying Gavin Newsom's not a liar, but Lindy Li, here's on the night of the debate, there's Lindy and Joe, look at her, and she says, I was with President Biden a few minutes after the debate tonight. Here we are at his watch party. He was amazing and kind as he always is, remembering tiny details about me and my family. That's another way of saying he's really mentally sharp. He has such a great memory. He was remembering all these tiny details. I don't care what the pundits say about this great man. I will always be Team Biden until Patrick Bet David sticks his hand up my and gives me money to be this compulsive bullshit liar. Dude, oh shit.
On the night of the debate, saying it was just a cold. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. He was remembering tiny details about me and my family. Oh, nothing to see here, guys. Oh, shit.
Move along. But he is such a congenital liar. Now he's saying, but I knew this all along.
Congenital? Dude, a congenital liar? What the f*** does that mean, bro? Dude. Oh, my God, dude. Dude, something present at birth? Fetal development? Right? All right. I mean, you mean pathological liar there, Lindy. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.